Welcome, everyone, back to the Retro Chat podcast, and welcome to a brand new series that we're doing right here exclusively to YouTube, all about Promotion Wars. Now, Promotion Wars is the iconic and legendary, I suppose you could call it championship manager style wrestling simulator game. So basically, you can take a promotion, you can run them, you can do what you want. So let's take a look at the game in its entirety. I'm going to go off screen, I think, because you don't really want to see me. There we go, full screen. So here is your main window, your main layout. And we're going to go new. The interface is really cool. Now, I used to play back in the day, one called TEW, which is Total Extreme Wrestling. I've now moved to Promotion Wars because it's just such a good game to actually play. In fact, Adam Jennings is coming on the show to talk about it. Now, we've got the real world data pack, which is matching it to what we have currently at the moment. And we can see we've got 16 promotions available. We're going to switch them, which means that we can see what we want to do. Now, also, it means that we can still see the promotions when we're looking at the game, but who do we want to change? So we've got AAW, local independent. They've got 800,000 funds. They're based in the USA. All Elite. $120 million, medium national country. We've got Absolute Intense Wrestling. I'm going to switch this one out. I'm going to put Impact into there. I'm going to take All Star out. I'm going to replace that by Ring of Honor. British Wrestling Revolution. I'm going to replace that by the WWE. Creator Pro, which is run by Kurt Hawkins. I'm going to replace that with NXT. Championship Wrestling. I'm going to have MLW on there. Swap this one up with the NWA, of course, Nick House. So you can see the difference between the various different promotions about what they have and where they go. Eve, Pro Wrestling Eve, Dan Reed here in the UK. Let's switch him out. We're going to go to Japan. We're going to select New Japan into that one. I'm going to move Future Shock out. I'm going to go back to the UK again. And going to go Rev Pro, Andy Quilden, of course, here in the United Kingdom. GCW, Nick Gage, they have $1 million worth of funds. Got ICW in there. You got House of Pain Evolution, House of Hardcore, Tommy Dreamer. You've got Grand Pro Wrestling. Let's switch that one out. We'll go back to the UK again, and we're going to bring in Progress. There we go. So this series is going to be all about All Elite Wrestling. We're going to be booking All Elite to see if we can emulate the success that Tony Khan has had so far with the company. So let's choose it. And you can see the main screen. So this introductory video is going to be taking you through the layouts, going to be taking you through the menus, going to be getting us ready for what we're going to need to do. So first of all, let's have a look at the main window here. So this starts off in October 2021. You can see our bank balance is $120 million. Promoter ranking is 70%, so we're doing a fairly good job here. Let's have a look at the roster. Now, the roster's got various different categories. I could view it all. I can view those who are unavailable. So these three are out with injuries at the moment. I can view the title holders. So Britt Baker, Women's, Kenny Omega, World, Penta L and Rey Fenix, World Tag, Ricky Starks and Sammy Guevara. I can look at the mid card. I can look at who I've got in heavyweights. And I can look also by contract expiry date. So Jade Cargill, Kiera Hogan, Ryan Nemeth, Darby Allin, all of these guys are coming up pretty close in 2022. So let's have a look at some of them. But we are going to need to cut, I think, some of these guys. I mean, Adam Cole, we're not going to touch Adam, are we? Because he's one of the legends. Let's go back to the main menu. Let's look at our current champions. So, as we said, AEW World Champion Kenny Omega, TNT Champion Sammy Guevara, FTW Champion Ricky Starks, AEW Tag Champions the Lucha Brothers, Britt Baker, and of course the TBS Champion is vacant at the moment. Now, we could add a title in there if we wanted to. I could click on a championship. I could edit it. I could see its history. I could retire it, but I don't want to do that. I want to keep them as they are. Looking at our shows. So we have Dynamite, nationally televised. We have Rampage. AEW Dark, and AEW Elevation. Production-wise, for the primary shows, we're paying $500,000 per show for production. For the secondaries, $100,000, and the big shows, $650,000. And I've got Tony Schiavone and Dasha Gonzalez as my two interviewers. And weekly rankings, we haven't done any shows yet, so we can't give that information. Feuds, haven't got any at the moment. We'll set some up. And then we look at AEW. So we can see we're a medium national. Momentum is 95%. Tony Khan is the president and the CEO. There isn't an authority figure, so maybe we add one at some point. The Waiting Room is our talk show hosted by Britt Baker on Dark. And the training camp is called the Training Camp. Let's call that the AEW Dojo, just because I like the name of it. It's a level 2, 14,000. Let's up that because I want to develop some talent. So we're going to go to level 3. And we're going to change that to that. So that is now all done. And back to the main menu. You can see our next big pay-per-view is Full Gear, which obviously took place this past weekend. And we don't have any shows on for today. So I think what we're going to do in this video is look at setting some feuds up. And we're going to look at if we can sign some new talent to AEW. So let's have a look at feuds. We're going to add a feud. We're going to be singles. It's going to be males. I think we have to go with Adam Page facing off against Kenny Omega. It has to happen, right? We're going to see the build meter here of how this develops. We can look at the history. I also think we're going to put Adam Cole, and let's put Adam Cole against Christian Cage. And then we're going to do Cody Rhodes facing off against Malachi Black here. And we're going to do females one. We're going to do Britt. And we're going to put Britt Baker against Tay Conti. So some of the feuds that we've seen. And we're also going to then do a tag feud. And we're going to do Cash Wheeler, Dax Harwood against Phoenix, against Ray Phoenix, and Penta Zero. So the Lucha Brothers versus FDR. And of course, we can do that for the World Tag Team titles. Now, we don't want to do too many feuds. We could do as many as we want, really. But let's, at the moment, let's focus on these 5 main feuds because that's going to get us to our next big pay-per-view. In fact, let's just add one more in because I want to make this as realistic as we can. So CM Punk, and I'm going to put him in a feud against Eddie Kingston. There we go. All right, so back to the main menu. Now, are we going to sign any more talent? We know Ring of Honor obviously has just shut the doors. That's not reflected in this. But let's have a look at who we could sign. So we can go into the menu here. And I can go into advanced search. And I'm going to look at, who am I going to look at? I'm going to look at Ring of Honor. First of all, I'm going to keep it for any weight class, and I'm going to bring it up. So, Angelina Love. I think we do need some more women. So, I'm going to approach Angelina Love. I'm going to approach the sign. ROH are telling me they want me to pay $30,000. Okay, I'm happy with that. So, she's on $300 per week at the moment, Angelina Love. Mid-card in 1 year. Do I want to emulate that or do I want to give her a bit more? So I'm going to go $600 per week. I'm going to put her onto a 2-year and I'm going to up her to an upper card worker. So which means that she'll be going in against the champ. And Angelina Love's going to let me know. Looking down the list, who else have we got? Well, of course, we were talking about this with Dan as part of the Full Gear preview. Dalton Castle, great name to sign. Ring of Honor want us to pay $5,000. Going to sign Dalton Castle. EC3, I think we could do some really good stuff with EC3 in All Elite. 30,000 there. They've rejected my offer to speak to him. So let's see if we can bump that up a bit. 40,000. And I think EC3 is worth the money. So I'm going to put him on for that. He's going to let me know. Jay Lethal. Just debuted at Full Gear. Facing off against Sammy Guevara on Dynamite this week. Going to confirm the offer. They've rejected it. Let's put it up to 15. They're letting me speak to him now. And I'm going to put Jay for 2 years. And I think Jay will have a run with the World Championship at some point. So who else have we got down here? PCO, I think I'm going to leave him for the minute. Kenny King is a good one to try and pick out. Velvet Sky, saying she can still work. I think I want to get the beautiful people back together again. I know Law from Ministry won't agree with me on that, but I like Velvet Sky. I think Velvet Sky is really good. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to go back to main menu. So let's see what happens. So we've paid 710,000 in wages so far. And our next show is Rampage. So let's go to the show. We're going to book the show. And that's going to be it for this first edition. We're going to lead us into Dynamite next week. So we now need to choose the venue that we're going to go in. I think we're far too big to go to. We're far too small to go to AT&T. Need to be really careful about where we pick because obviously the amount of tickets will impact where we go. So I'm going to scroll down a bit. And I'm going to go for a 2,500 seater, I think. So we're going to go to we're going to go to New York, and we're going to go to the Duffy Fairgrounds. So that's all booked. There's going to be 5 matches on the card. Let's do the main event first of all. And I think what I want to do is kind of build this this feud with Kenny and Adam Page. So we're going to do a 6-man tag. We're going to do Kenny Omega. If I can find him. Kenny Omega. We're going to do Matt and Nick. The Elite. And we're going to put him against Adam Page. And who are we going to put him against? Evil Uno. Who are we going to put him against? I don't know who we're going to tag him. We're just going to tag him with someone, aren't we? Not Fuego del Sol. We'll tag him with that. So it's Kenny Omega's team versus Adam Page's team. Who's going to win? Let's set it to auto because we're going to let the computer decide this. We're going to go to this match now. We're going to go to a women's match. We're going to make it none. And I think what we're going to do is put my friend Jamie Hayter. I've known Jamie for a long time. Jamie Hayter in against Leva Bates. We're going to make Jamie go over that. Normal. Going to look at the feuds now. So we're going to see that we've got this one in. I think we're going to go Adam Cole versus Christian Cage. So we're going to go none. We're going to put a stipulation on this one, I think. No, we're not. We're going to make it normal. We're going to go Adam Cole. We're going to put Christian Cage into that. We're going to give Adam Cole the win. I'm going to go tag team action now. And we're going to put Cash Wheeler, Dax Harwood in action. And we're going to put him against Billy Gunn and Billy's son. Just trying to find him. And Austin Gunn, FTR versus Gun Club. We're going to put FTR over, make them look strong. And then we're going to kick it off with a singles match. We're going to do that for the TNT Championship. We're going to find the champion, which of course is Sammy Guevara. And we're going to put Sammy Guevara in a match against, I like this one, Lance Archer. We're going to put Sammy Guevara over via normal. There's our card. So to confirm, our card is going to be TNT title, Sammy Guevara versus Lance Archer, FTR versus the Gun Club, Cole versus Cage, Hayter versus Bates, and a 6-man tag, the Elite versus Adam Cole, versus Adam Page, Evil Uno, and Williams. Let's run that card. Let's see what we get. Now, the good thing about this is that you can run this and you can run it either to give you the results straight away, or it will give you some play-by-play and you can see the matches coming through and you can build some of that. We're not going to do the highlights. We're going to go straight to results. So we had 2,500 sellout. It was a small crowd. We're going to go straight to results. So let's find out how that worked for us. So we made a loss, 406,000 production costs with that. Okay. Oh, didn't really see much about that. We've got 2 So 86% match of the night was the Elite versus Adam Page, Evil Uno, and Alex Reynolds. Fans loved the show. They say it was too small for us. Okay, that's interesting. Back to the menu again. Let's just go to the next day. 3 emails. Are these some of my talents? Velvet Sky is signed. She's now part of All Elite. Angelina Love is signed. Is now part of All Elite. And EC3 has now signed. So we need to book some stuff in with them. Scoot forward another day. Jay Lethal has now signed and is part of All Elite. So we're getting some big names already in. So the next show that we will be booking next time is All Elite Dark Elevation. Dalton Castle's also signed with the company. That's it for now. We're going to go. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back with more right here on the YouTube channel here at Retro Chat Podcast. Going to be doing these videos. We most likely won't be booking Dark or Dark Elevation. We'll do that separately, but we'll be focusing on Dynamite and Rampage and the big pay-per-views. But until then, keep joining. If you want to find out more about Promotion Wars, head over to pwremastered.com. And of course, listen to our big interview with Adam Jennings coming up in a couple of days. Until then, see you very soon. I'm Andy Evans. We will see you next time right here at the Retro Chat Podcast.